Continuing on with our interviews of our staff, we have Wesley who wants to share a little bit about his experience working here at AMI. Hi, Wesley.
Hello.
I'm going to give you this microphone if you just want to share a little bit about what it's like to work at AMI and why you like working at AMI.
So from my experience, I've had a lot of fun just being here and seeing the effects on clients. I feel like in most places, you're always delivering a service wherever you're working, whether you're working at, you're providing a medical service or you're selling a cheeseburger, right? You're always like delivering a service or delivering some product to someone. But I feel like in here, it's almost the product is the person themselves kind of comes alive a little bit. And so you see people who are like emotionally moved at like our trainings, and you see people who their dreams kind of come true, where like they once had this goal of being like a successful entrepreneur and business owner, and then they just got dredged into just working in the business, seeing 100 200 visits a week, and they're just worked to the bone and unable to make it really as a business owner. And how you guys actually like show them that it is possible through like trainings, through education, through giving like tools and systems to actually step up and go, okay, wait, I'm now the business owner, I'm the CEO of my practice, and I can actually go see my family. I can make enough money now where I can, what I originally envisioned when I was going to become a chiropractor can come true. So not only can I help patients, but I can actually be a successful business owner. So I see that people come here and they go, oh my God, like my original vision's gonna be real, seeing that come alive in people it's pretty amazing. That's when I first noticed here, and I was like, oh my God, like people come here and they're emotionally moved by what we do. It's really cool.
Yeah, I gotta, in speaking to that, you're right about this. In the trainings, you could hear them, right? And, we talk about our care, the care in these offices wake patients up and give them their life back. But you're absolutely right too. It's the doctor wins on this end too, because they get their life back also in doing this. Yeah, that's a great observation. That's a great story.
I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is just beautiful seeing like someone who comes here, and like we've had multiple times where like someone comes up and they stand up and they share a win and they just start like crying, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah, because you're out here also, all the live trainings, you're out there also listening to that, which is
Filming a lot of times.
That's right.
Yeah, which is incredible. Yeah, which is incredible. Yeah, yeah. So then, personally yourself, what growth do you feel like that you've had the opportunity to have here at AMI?
So it's definitely been a huge like learning opportunity because of kind of like ownership of a position and a role. Kind of going from different like positions in companies that I've experienced. It's always, I've been able to shift, I guess, from that just solely like employee mindset of like, okay, I'm here, I'm putting in my hours, I'm going to do my job, versus like, okay, thinking when I do this, how does this represent the company? How does this contribute to the group as a whole?
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, now if my actions don't contribute to the whole group and the survival of the group, okay, then I shouldn't do that. Like, right, so what am I going to do here is going to contribute to the whole survival of the group. And so it's kind of allowed me to step outside of that employee box and that employee mindset and just kind of think about the company as well and what I do. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes if that means like someone says, do XYZ, I go, well, I could do XYZ, but I think what would work better for you and what would work better for the company if I did ABC. Mm-hmm. And there's that ability to have like a dialogue and a conversation, mm-hmm. which is also, I think, pretty unique, where like it's not, hey, it's my way or the highway. Yeah. There's always a dialogue and an ability to go back and forth and communicate about what's the best solution.
That's great. That's a good story also. Yeah, I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. I know that our philosophy as employers is, anybody who's in the position, like you're in the position, you have a viewpoint that we just don't have. You know what I mean? So your feedback to us is very valuable. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's we'd like to believe as employers we're like that with all the staff. So we very much appreciate that, because that is the culture and the environment that we try and set up.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's been my understanding and my experience that, whenever we've been in a meeting and you've asked a question like, hey, what's happening with this? And it's like, okay, so then here's what's occurring, right? And I lay it out, here's what's happening. It's been pretty like night and day here at AMI with just how well ideas are received and like understood. And, even if it goes like, hey, I hear you, but that's not what we want to do because blah, 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 blah. There's actually, the idea is still received and acknowledged, and you're told why, like, hey, it's a good idea. This is why our plan works better. And so there is still a communication cycle that occurs where the person can, still have an outlet to communicate, and it's heard and they feel understood. So that's also unique.
So you've talked to a lot of clients because you're actually on the filming team a lot of times when they're here at an event about testimonials. So would you like to share anything that might have resonated with you more than another?
So one experience that, I've had in talking with clients is that it's always not just kind of they talk about the nuts and bolts. It's like, oh, hey, I like your videos, or, oh, I like the documentation that you guys give us. It's almost like what they communicate about is the power that we give them as business owners when they come to our trainings, when they get on with our coaches. It kind of puts them in the right mindset where, like, coming here, like you were saying, even to one of our recent doctors that came here, he's like, I just miss being part of the group. Is because this group allows people to get into the mindset of a business owner. Like, hey, you're not just a chiropractor like grinding on and on, working patient after patient. You're a business owner and you have a responsibility to boom your practice and expand and help lots of more people. Yeah. So AMI helps people put them into that mindset so that they're not just, in there working to the bone. You're thinking about the whole practice as a whole, your community as a whole, your employees, and expanding, right? So it takes them out of that.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, because I know you get to film a lot of testimonials with clients, so you get to really hear that over and over again. Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you, Wes.
Yeah,